Hi, I'm Mike Beliveau, and we're back out at Duelist Den, and I've got the Uberti Remington Revolving Carbine again because after the last video on it, I got a lot of questions about whether or not you can use a Taylor's & Company cartridge conversion cylinder on the revolving carbine. And just to give you the answer in the back of the book, it's yes, you can. And I actually have another video on this. It's about 5 or 6 years old, and it's part of a video called The Guns of 1866. But I realize not everybody goes back to watch the old stuff, or they may not even realize that that's in there because that had 2 different rifles in it. So today we're just going to do the Remington Revolving Carbine and Taylor's cartridge conversion cylinder. Alright, so let's talk about these cylinders and let's talk about ammunition. So first of all, if you can see on the back here, there's a little U. And that little U stands for Uberti, right? There are only 2 manufacturers of Remington revolving handguns, cap and ball, and that would be Pieta and Uberti. And of the 2, only Uberti makes this carbine, right? So you want to get the Uberti cylinder and you'll be good to go. These cylinders are of a 2-piece design. You've got a back plate that has all the firing pins mounted in it. And then you have a separate cylinder that's bored through for the cartridges. And that is actually historically how these guns were converted to cartridge, though most of them were 38 caliber rimfire, not 45 caliber centerfire. And as far as the 45 caliber goes, let's just talk about that for a minute, because I always get questions on these guns. If this is a 44 caliber cap and ball, how can I shoot 45 Colt ammunition in it? Isn't the bullet too big? And the answer is no. Even though this is called a 44 caliber cap and ball, it's really a 45 caliber gun. And why they did that, I don't know. They were just wild and crazy guys back in the 19th century, and they couldn't seem to name anything what it actually was. But this is indeed a 45 caliber cap and ball gun. It loads with 4.54 round balls, right? That's 45 caliber. And it's quite safe with 45 Colt ammunition. Now, the trick is to stay under the warranty, you've got to use 45 Colt factory ammo. It's standard velocity, no plus P stuff, and it's got to have a lead bullet. So this is Black Hills, right, which is a great 45 Colt ammo, and that's exactly what the warranty calls for. But there's Winchester White Box, there's Remington, there's lots of different companies. All you want to do is make sure you've got standard 45 Colt and that it's lead bulleted, no jacketed hollow points or full metal jacketed bullets. Not good. And the reason those are not good is because they can damage your gun, because even though the cylinder will handle a very stout 45 caliber load, this gun was made for black powder, and this steel is not the same steel as you would find in a cartridge gun. And I have seen, particularly on Colt revolvers, where the end of the barrel gets cracked from using jacketed ammunition at fairly hot velocities, right? So we just don't do that. So if you want to stay within the manufacturer's warranty, factory ammo, lead bullet, standard velocity. Now, if you're like me and like a lot of other people and you want to shoot a lot, you're going to want to reload. And if you reload and use it in this cylinder, you void the warranty. And most of us are certainly going to do that. Now, I like to shoot them with these 45 caliber black powder cartridges I load up, and they're perfectly safe. But it'd be perfectly safe if you loaded that with smokeless powder, as long as you used a good, reasonable load from a good loading manual. You'll be safe, but this will not be under warranty. You'll be on your own hook. And that's perfectly fair, because you won't find a single gun company in America that's going to warranty their guns for use with your hand loads. Because, let's face it, Taylor's and Company has no idea how you're loading your ammunition. And you could be making a heck of an overload and blow everything up, and it's not going to be Taylor's fault, it's going to be your fault. But if you load responsibly, then your ammo will be completely safe in this, and you won't have to worry about warranty or no warranty, right? So that's kind of the deal there. Okay, so let's load this up and I'll show you how that's done. All right, to start us off, I'm going to load it up with Black Hills factory ammunition. All right, so you got the two pieces. You're going to take the cylinder, bore through cylinder, and you're going to load 5 of them, because we're going to put one on an empty chamber. Now, here's the thing. You're going to see safety slots on here, right? The slots, theoretically, for the hammer nose between each of these firing pins. All right, in real life, your hammer will not fit in that slot. The hammer's too big. So it is not safe to use those slots. Now, you can modify the hammer. You can grind it down so it fits, or you can machine that slot bigger, your choice. But unless you grind that hammer down to make it fit, that slot is not going to make it safe. It absolutely is not. So I recommend that you load 5. You can do what you want, but don't come crying to me. Okay, so you put the back on. Now, on the newer versions of these cylinders, there's a little window cut out here so you can actually see the brass. Right, I'm going to turn it over. You can see we've loaded 5. The one that's empty is the one right after that pin, and that's kind of important. So, how do you put it in? Pretty simple. Just start pushing it. I'm going to take it out there. You see the hand right there? You see that? Right, well, that gets in the way of this cylinder, and some people don't know this trick, so I think it's very hard to load a new cylinder in here. It's not. What you're going to do is you're going to just turn this clockwise slightly while you're pushing it in. That actually lifts the hand up and out of the way, and you can just put it right in. Okay, now we know that this chamber is empty, right? So what I want to do is I want to put it on full cock with that chamber under the hammer so I can lower it and have it completely safe. Okay, so let's go see what Evil Roy has been up to. Well, some of you lately have been telling me that you feel bad for Evil Roy. You think maybe he's not so evil, I'm just taking advantage of him. You just don't understand. Me and Roy have been at it for years, and he is as evil as a snake. And right now he's terrorizing the fine people around Duelist Den, and it's up to me to stop him. And I'm going to be using my Remington Revolving Carbine with Taylor's and Company's cartridge conversions cylinder, and I'm going to put a little 45 Colt medicine into Evil Roy and see if we can't knock the evil out of him. So let's see how we do. Well, after a beating like that, he might be good Roy now. I think we did knock the evil out of him. Well, let's just see if I can take out a 1-liter water bottle with the Uberti Revolving Carbine and the Taylor's cartridge conversion cylinder. I'm going to be using black powder cartridges here. I hope just one. And one is all it took. Okay, Hans up. The noted German desperado has got the drop on me again. I'm going to have to see if I can take him out with the revolving carbine. Now, a few people have written to me complaining that I've given Hans Up a German name, and aren't I concerned that the Germans are going to feel bad about that? I should point out, not a single person from Germany has written me saying that. But let's be honest, Hans Up is just made out of steel wire in a factory in Ohio. He's no more German than I am. It's just a name. So no real Germans were harmed in the filming of this video. But Hans Up is going down. Well, maybe he's going down. Finally! Well, Hans got the better of me last time. I'd like to say I'm not ashamed to admit it, but actually I am a little bit ashamed. But you can't keep a good man down, so I'm back on Hans's trail, and hopefully this time I'll really take Hans Up all the way down. Let's see. Well, I'm shooting the heck out of Hans, but I'm not getting that bird. Alright, let's see if we can get him finally. Okay, hold on. Alright, I got my son Rob up looking at Hans Up. Let's see what's going on. Where am I hitting him, Rob?
1, 2, 3.
Alright, so I'm hitting a little bit low. Let's see if we can get that last bird out of there. Okay, last clay bird. Hopefully now I know where the gun is hitting. Maybe now I can actually hit something. Let's see. Yes. Yes. Matthew Ripley, I hope you're watching this video. Matthew is a young son of a friend of mine. He's about 13 years old, and he routinely beats me in flintlock matches. The kid is a phenomenal shot. But he contends that the only reason I shoot so good on videos is because I edit out my misses. Well, Matthew, when I miss, I miss. But I don't miss that much. But here they are, so I hope you saw them. And for the rest of you, we'll just finish off with the bad guy's view. Well, I hope you liked the video, and if you did, you know what to do. Give it a big thumbs up, and it'll help us come up in more recommendations. And if you're not a subscriber, well, I hope that you'll subscribe to the channel. We've got plenty of good content like this. So why miss out? And if you want to see some stuff beyond the videos, you can go to my website, MikeBeliveau.com. And there's lots of cap and ball and black powder cartridge and modern guns and you name it. All sorts of stuff out there. Lots of pictures, articles. So go check it out. Also visit the merchandise store and get yourself a Duelist Den t-shirt. That's how we pay for a lot of the stuff on the website. Actually, that's how I pay for everything on the website. So, and they're very attractive shirts, so go pick one up. And if you want to support the channel on Patreon, you may do so. We're happy to have you. And if you don't want to, that's okay too. We're just happy to have you come on board and enjoy the videos. But I'll have links to all those sites down below. And I will see you next week.